here a week ago and the full moon was so bright at night that it was like...
See the clouds making the sun dimmer as it's passing through. We got a lot of cloud cover right now. Look at that, it's getting brighter now. Ooh, now it's getting dark. Wow, look at that.
Early morning.
Check out this beauty. They're all been little sticks, but this one's got some nice formations. Look at that. Can't believe it survived. Woohoo! My first red beryl I pulled out in a screen myself. Look at that beauty. Starting to get some energy back again. Check this guy that just showed up. Holy moly. Wow. Man, that's so cool. It's like 3 axis. Here's a single solitary Bixbyite crystal. Nice cube on matrix. Let's see if I can get a good look for you guys. Where's that shine? There it is right there. Pretty neat. Alright, that's a good shot right there. Hey everybody, welcome back. I find myself out in Utah for the very first time on an epic dig put together by the Gem Tours out at Siral Canyon. It's also the day of the solar eclipse, so we'll be live streaming the broadcast at base camp. Your host will be Derek from the Emil Bueller Planetarium. It's gonna be great. So what's in Siral Canyon? Well, there's the infamous red beryl that everybody's looking for. Supposedly rarer than diamonds. Actually, it's a pretty cool looking specimen. I do like it. There's also variations of topaz, then there's Bixbyite, pseudomorphite, you'll even find garnet pseudomorphs, hematite crystals, tiny little flakes. That place is like the world of tiny crystals. There's also the newly discovered holfertite, and that's a uranium crystal. It's like the size of a hair, so it is microscopic. I'm a specimen collector, so I'll pretty much keep anything, especially when it's in situ and matrix. Get your magnifying glasses out, guys. So all of these crystals, they grow in a rhyolite type matrix. Some of it's chalky, some dense, but it's really hard to have specimen matrix pieces because these crystals, they just break apart, they blow right off of it, especially when you're trying to trim it down. Since I flew there, I had to ship everything back. Some of mine came back damaged. I was kind of, I should have packed it better. I was doing a hasty job and I should have double bagged it and everything else. But when you're digging out there, you're going to be using a shovel, chisel and hammer, and just break it down to material and then sifting through it to find the small stuff. Fortunately, in this particular day, it was a half day, and Christian was bringing out the material for us, as well as Jeremy, the mine owner. And so thank you guys for making sure everybody left with at least one red beryl crystal, and they found, of course, gobs of topaz crystal, but that was really made the trip really special because everybody at least got one red beryl. Because you are sifting for the most part to get your crystals, bring a face mask just in case. I use this sometimes, especially when I was sifting the really dry powdery tailings, and that just blew around like like you throwing a bag of talcum powder up. Just gets everywhere. I don't know that you want to breathe it in or you hold your breath a really long time. But so bring a face mask just in case. Some of the fresh tailings that they brought up were a little moist, so they didn't blow around like the other ones. So just a suggestion, I would do it. Almost forgot to tell you, I met up with Brian Bussey and his wife Yolanda. That was a real treat. I'm glad I got to catch up and really meet the real guy. He's a legendary miner, has many claims in the area, and he was on the well, you guys may know him from the TV series The Prospectors on the Weather Channel. So that was really cool. I was up in the top area, pit 3, and he was in pit 2. Forgot to mention there was actually light-colored druzy amethyst down in pit 2, which I didn't get a chance to get to because I was just really trying to find my own piece of beryl up there. So time went by fast because it was only a half-day dig. I believe Derek actually got a piece of it, which I don't have a picture of, but there's actually light colored amethyst up in that mountain. Because I was sifting a lot, there's not a lot of action shots. I wasn't digging much, and there's not a lot of matrix pieces. So you will find hundreds and hundreds of topaz crystals if you're successful. I'm just going to show you some of the zingers, some of the stellar pieces that I was able to collect, and then we'll head up the mountain. Topaz is actually a little harder than quartz and comes in many colors. If you're lucky enough to find the gemmy champagne colored ones up there, definitely keep it out of sunlight, as prolonged exposure can cause fading. So here's the selection of the types that I found. This is the fully included and encrusted topaz crystals with like rhyolite or sand or whatever else is in there. This one is partial. We got a little bit of gemminess in there, but you got a lot of like the matrix still hanging off of there, like almost like sand crystals hanging off. And then we got the fully portioned crystals at the top here. So I don't find as much of this, and of course found a whole lot more of these, and they're just everywhere when you start sifting. Interestingly enough, I got about 8 or 9 pieces of the Holfordite crystal, which is the yellow uranium one, and they were all almost exclusively found in some variation of these guys, so that might tell you something. So they were all on these. I don't have as many of these, of course, but I did not find any Holfordite on these guys right here, these types, so all on this one. Hematite is a metallic mineral with a trigonal crystal system and can produce flat-bladed crystals, which you'll see right here. I'm so happy I was able to bring at least one large matrix piece back intact. Here are one of the few matrix pieces that I was able to get from that site. There's a topaz crystal in there, pretty big actually. Bixbyite and Holfordite, there's a couple of pieces of it in there. So a huge variety, and then of course here's all the beautiful hematite blades, and there's actually some below it as well. Just really hard to hold because it's so fragile. Let me get you a close-up. There's a cluster of blades right there, beautiful shiny hematite, and it's just all over this this matrix piece here with Bixbyite, and I do believe there's some pseudobrookite, but they're just so tiny that I won't really be able to get you a good shot of it. While I have this piece out, I'm going to see if I can show you a better look at the that topaz with the Bixbyite on it and the Holfordite sitting right above it. Let's see if I can get this thing focused in. There it is. And then see those little yellow uranium crystals, like hairs, right above the Bixbyite cube. And that, my friends, is how small that thing is. Sweet. Which brings us to Holfordite. According to Mindat, it's a calcium, uranium, titanium, hydrated oxide hydroxide. And yes, certainly radioactive. Typically yellow to orange in color. This is my best specimen. Let me zoom in a bit. You can clearly see a cluster of rods instead of singles like the others. Pseudobrookite is a tiny metallic thrombic crystal that usually grows in rod-like structures. It can also be tabular, so I did find it very hard to sometimes tell if I was looking at hematite blades or pseudobrookite because they're just so small. Unfortunately, I'm just not able to find a good specimen for you guys to look at. I know I have seen it with some of my small topaz crystals. So for illustration, I'm going to use this matrix piece from the Solar Winds mine. And it is arrived intact and in great shape. I did find a whole lot more over there. So let's see if we can get a good look at the rods. Beautiful spray pattern there for this pseudobrookite. Very nice. Bixbyite is a manganese iron oxide mineral, isometric with a beautiful metallic luster. I found plenty on my topaz pieces, as you've already seen, but here's an up-close look on my best garnet pseudomorph. Here it is all cleaned up, and I'm going to show you the best side that has all these wonderful Bixbyite cubes. Isn't that amazing? And lastly, the red beryl, with the first recorded occurrence located right there in Utah in both the Thomas Range and the Topaz Mountain. Beryllium is used in the recently deployed James Webb Telescope's primary mirrors, and it's also found inside this red beryl crystal. Derek actually pointed this out in his podcast, making the connection between rocks and space. Here's my most amazing combo. I found this guy after I got back and was cleaning up, and you'll see two red beryls at the top. To the right of it is actually another topaz tip that's kind of penetrated the cluster, and there's some bixbyite on the tips of that, and it's all perched on top of this larger topaz point with some gemmy windows on the left and right side. So what a phenomenal find and combo. Amazing. Woohoo! I hope you guys are ready for an absolute surprise. Here are the handful of nuggets that I picked up when we were screening. It wasn't really prevalent in that area, but it's probably more up there. Even Derek gave me one or two because he didn't want them. So I would just pick up calcite from everywhere I go, and because they're just really cool minerals. So I'm gonna hit the lights, and you'll see that they glow actually white with a tiny hint of purple, and they phosphoresce. So pretty cool feature. And I did the acid tests, and they're definitely calcite as well. And here's the big surprise. Holy moly, they are green. I've never had green calcite. This is shortwave, and I presume it's the uranyl ion salts that's in the geodes, quartz, and agates out there that basically cause it to fluoresce green in shortwave. So it's also included in this calcite. So that is an amazing canyon. I love this canyon. And that little bit of red, it must be rhyolite, which also glows red in in UV. So I have all kinds of colors: pink, blue, yellow, red, brown, even purple. Now I have green. This is such an amazing find for me. All right, good morning, and we are just getting ready and set up. Got a few people here already. Here's Derek and Justin. We're already live streaming. And of course I'll do a quick pass. There it is. We should have great weather today. It'll be fun for the solar eclipse. Hey everybody, we're here setting up and it's already underway. I think you can see a little sliver of the moon covering the sun. That's the direction right there. And it is looking like a fun day. Stay tuned for more pictures. Alright, I'm hearing it's going to be about 30 minutes, then it'll be dark. We'll get like 4 minutes of the eclipse coming up soon. Here's a small group that's hanging out to watch the eclipse.
Actually, it's much more dramatic during a total solar eclipse, but during annularity, you do have a little bit of a temperature drop because, basically you have the moon blocking a significant amount of the light from the sun.
It's almost here, almost totality. We're almost there, and there's actually a big temperature drop. Everyone's kind of freezing right now. It was actually hot earlier. We're shedding clothes and layers, and then now it's freezing.
Oh, they're taking all their photos. People are just excited, jumping up and down. They got Justin's just staring in a meditative state on his knees, just like in awe of this event. It's an incredible experience. If you want to say something real quick, you want to come on this side. Here we go. Talk a little about your location here. Why?
We do public work at our mines. We mine the red beryl with Topaz. It's thegymtours.com. We'd love to have you out sometime in this beautiful West Desert. It's an amazing experience today with this Eclipse. It's life-changing.
Excellent, thank you, Jeremy. And we even have another guy here. He's another miner, a legend in the mining business, Brian Bussey. Brian, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I want to thank you for bringing this out and bringing the two worlds together. Rocks and planets in outer space, beautiful minerals and crystals, the world we live in. Thank you, Derek.
Absolutely. All right, so yeah, so we have a big event going on here as well. So you hear all the cheering and all that. So after we're done with here, we're gonna go celebrate. We're gonna dig through some crystals. And a fun fact: the James Webb Space Telescope is actually made of beryllium, which is the type of mineral that we're going to be looking for today. So again, space and rocks, go hand in hand.
Check out this beautiful specimen here. It almost looks like a cross. Nice topaz piece found at that Siral Canyon. Nice. There's the sun, and it's on its way back down, probably halfway. And we're all just starting to clear out and starting to think about rock hunting again. Fantastic day. Can't believe I'm here. Checking out the new mountain range, heading to Siral Canyon today. Following Frank and Kyndall. That's where the dust cloud's coming from. We have liftoff. Siral Canyon, here we come.
They get lighter as you put more stuff in. That's right. Video, I'll send it to you guys.
Hey everybody, Anthony here. Thanks for watching Crystal Miner Rocks.
Very nice Eclipse.
I've made it up to Siral Canyon, and we'll be looking for Topaz and big red Beryl.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of offers.
Doing a little trek there with some guys. Kendall, Frank, Derek. There's the parking lot back there. And got a nice mountain view right here. Doing a little hike there. Let's get going. Need a four-wheeler to get up to the spot, and then, well, the parking spot, and then short hike up to the top. Nice clear day. Look at that view. Woohoo! Getting a nice workout going up here. Some steep bouldering we're doing. Totally fun. We're at the first stop. Small pit over here, but we're not sure where we're gonna end up yet. We're near the top. Catching a breath. Take a quick look inside here. Goes down about 10 feet. There's another chamber back there. Kendall said Frank was digging back there earlier in the week. Found some good stuff. Hey. Nice to meet you, Christian.
So you guys are the Shoppers from Florida.
Yep.
Yes.
Derek, Anthony.
I hope you still got good footage just like the photos. Oh yeah, it was great.
Worked
and
out.
Astronomer from Salt Lake, I think. Yeah. He was giving us tours of the sky last night. It was pretty cool.
Nice. You're more an astronomer. I'm more a guy that shoots pictures.
Yeah. Y'all both are cool.
Yeah.
You always have holstertite inside of the red barrel. There's a lot of holstertite in the topaz as well. The rock's just super hard until you hit a pocket area in that hole. That's why it's one of the smallest, despite being one of the oldest.
Pit 1.
Pit 2
Pit
is
2
this
right
tan
there.
one over here. We get the topaz, we get the red barrels, and we get the amethyst there. The red barrels there typically form in thinner, like wafers. They get wide, quite wide, But on the top of the hexagon or the bottom, they have etchings of multiple hexagons that oscillate around the center that make it look like rose petals. So we call them rosettes. So the rosette barrels are pit 3 is where we find mostly red beryl combos, like red beryl topaz combo, red beryl and bixbyite combos. We find the most bixbyite in pit 3.
We're ascending.
Pit 3 has red beryls and topaz, and both of the pits have pseudomorph garnets as well. They're garnets that have a orb of crystals formed around it. They often have red beryl or topaz or bixbyites on the pseudomorph garnets. There's also pulverite in both pit 3 and pit 4 as well. I find more of it in pit 3 than pit 4.
That was Christian. From what I understand, also the topaz here has like a lot of this sandy mixture in it, inclusion. So it's may not be as gemmy as the other side, but it can look really cool also. So these specimens are a little different. Doing my first couple of batches of screening, and this is the nicest, largest one. That little frosted topaz. Got a bunch of little small ones here. So I am seeing them. Still looking for the Beryl. Got the topaz so far. Check out this beauty. They're all been little sticks, but this one's got some nice formations. Look at that. Can't believe it survived. Woohoo! All right, got a nice batch here from this current screening, and another really pretty piece right here with, I'm guessing it's maybe bixbyite. Let's see if I can get a good focus on it here. Got some nice character. Bunch of little ones. I'm starting to get a little more efficient. I'm just putting them out here and then sticking it all at one time in the baggie instead of just opening the bag all the time.
Shortly after we put up this rope for the first time, it started deteriorating.
Look at that cubic bixbyite right there.
Inside this one, I got
Looks like Derek's got it first. Oh yeah, look at that. Clearly see the red in the hexagon. And I guess that's a bixbyite on there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Do we have any bags?
Yeah, I can find some stuff. Alright, something different just showed up. I was told this is actually the garnet pseudomorph that I've heard about. It's got a coating of bixbyite on top. So definitely caught my eye with all the little sparkles. Check that out. More topaz, but this is the cool find. Here it is all cleaned up, and I'm going to zoom in on the spot that has the most amount of bixbyite cubes. It's an amazing cluster of forms here. Taking a break from the sifting and walking around. I'm not sure what these black specks are yet, maybe it's just hematite. But there's a frosted topaz sticking on this matrix piece. So that's a cool find. I like to take home a couple of matrix units. As good as they can be, I'll take it. Nice piece here, surface finding. I don't think these are very common unless you're chipping it up. I got lucky with this one here. It's a nice looking guy. Alright, another garnet pseudomorph. It's really hard to tell, but I think there's some topaz stuck to it right there. It's like not the orange kind, not the pink one, but just there's just something on it. It's like a nugget. Taking a break for looking at some of the natives. Got a tarantula under the rock there.
That is cool. I just want to like let it go. It could bite you though.
If it were less bothered, it would probably.
What?
That one.
Check out that view. Haven't found a red beryl yet, but it's a nice day and got a few more hours, so I'm gonna keep it going. Look at how deep some of that pits they've dug in. It's actually a pretty deep hole, like 10-15 feet. Crazy.
He's spooky.
Spooky, yeah. Dubbed the spooky hole. Another one over here. Which is just dark spot for you guys, but splits off into 2 areas and goes way down. Okay, so here's my piece for the day that was gifted to me because I did not find one. There's a tiny speck, which is the yellow, which is Wolfertite, and then right there is the red beryl underneath the Bixbyite, and of course that's topaz. So I got a couple of pieces on there. It's very delicate, so I'm gonna wrap it up now and then clean it up. See if I can get a picture of it later. Check this guy that just showed up. Holy moly! Wow, man, that's so cool. It's like 3 axis. Hey guys, I am done for the day. I'm baked. It got really hot after midday, so a lot of sifting. Just couldn't find my own piece today. Just not with me. Anyway, thanks for coming along on the adventure. It was really cold this morning during the solar eclipse, and then it just warmed up, and the heat just saps the strength out of you. Found a lot of nice, excellent topaz specimens, some Bixbyite and so forth. And thank you, Christian, for finding that one piece for me. So at least I walked away with one. And Jeremy, thank you for your hospitality. Great mind here for people who want to find some really cool specimens. It's a lot of work, but you take pride in what you find. So I'm signing out from Siral Canyon. Take it easy. Anthony out. So I'm on my way back down and look for Derek and Frank and them, and they're in it. And I got me a piece of beryl now. There it is, that one piece of red beryl and some gemmy topaz coming out of these screens here. Nice. My first red beryl I pulled out in a screen myself. Look at that beauty. Starting to get some energy back again. Striking it again, getting some red beryl.
Got one.
Oh, look at that. Nice.
It's pretty Jimmy, babe. Here.
And I'm seeing some, it's hard to focus, some gemmy, nice champagne colored topaz coming out. There's another one that Derek just handed to me. Beautiful color. Check out this magnificent piece here, double terminated, a little cluster. Super gemmy. Kendall pulled this one out. Super quality here. Okay, this time I'm actually signing out. We're off the mountain, sun's going down, and got some smiles on everybody's faces. Say hi, Frank. Look at that beautiful sunset. All right, we all got our second win, and it was a great day. See you guys later. This is the scaly part. Here I am just trying to enjoy the peace and tranquility, and I don't know what they're talking about up front, but F-bombs are starting to fly, and it was pretty funny. Frank and Kyndall, you guys are great. Thanks for helping us out. If you guys don't know that they have a live show where they sell everything they dig out, go check it out. I mean, there's some great stuff. He was just showing me some of those faceted pieces they made into jewelry. They were really fantastic looking. Go check it out. They're heading off. I'm checking out the beautiful sunset. Look at that. That's insane. Beautiful. Out west. Hey guys, thanks for watching and for your continued support. I really appreciate it. If you want to book a dig with these guys, check out my description below. I'll have a link to their website. You won't regret it. It's a fantastic experience. It's always been a dream of mine to climb up a mountain, dig on it, and then come back down. Don't you agree that just the view itself was fantastic? It was amazing, just that sunset. I'll have to do that from Colorado one day. In the meantime, stay safe rock hounding. Stay tuned for more adventures. Anthony out.